world hates you, know that it hated me first. These are the words of Jesus to his disciples when, on the Last Supper, shortly before he was to be crucified. And he's there with them, and he's like, look, he's telling them all these things, and he's like, you have to carry your cross daily, and people will hate you because of me. But take heart, know that they hated me first. To me, this just really, as I was reading this passage a few days ago, this really stuck out to me. Because we live in such a broken world. We live in a world where, the coronavirus and the riots dominates the headlines. People are just freaking out. They're living in fear. And it's crazy. And then you have all this circumstantial stuff that's going on, and then you have the regular stuff. You walk into a store and you see magazines, and they're just, it's like mocking what we believe in. It seems like a lot of times. And even if you go on Facebook and you try to share your beliefs, you might get some people who will lash out at you because you believe something different than them. So that's the thing. What are we supposed to do if the world hates you? Well, I think that's part of what picking up our cross daily is all about. If you pick up a cross and you're carrying it, that's a form of believing in what you're carrying. It's a believing in the weight that you're carrying around. Same thing for negative things too. I was watching Passion of the Christ back, I think it was around Easter. And my dad, a very, very incredibly wise man, he said he was carrying the cross down the path, and I think the trail that he took to Calvary was, I think it was over 3 miles. So imagine all that weight and being beaten, people punching, and then at one point these 2 or 3 guys came up and they just pushed him over. And he paused and he said, even then they loved him or they hated him. I feel like today nothing's changed. Today people, they love him or they hate him. And the people that choose to love and follow him, we're the rebels in this world. There's no around that. I encourage you, don't become victim to what the world can do to some people, because I've seen it happen. The pressure will make people fall away. It's kind of like the parable of the sower, and where the sower sows the seed, and the weeds and the thorns come and they choke the plant. They choke it out, and that's what society does to people. We have to fight that off. So how do we do that? Jesus said, plain and simply, also at the Last Supper, he said, if you love me, you will obey my commands. And that's what we're called to do, is to continue to follow what he says, no matter what the world says.